If you would, make your way over to the Blackhawks. Now, the way this is going to work is Alpha Squad Lead, you are the pilot. Alpha 3, you're the 2 crewmen. Alright, now Alpha 1 and 2, you're the 2 fire teams in our squad. Go ahead, hop aboard, and tell Alpha Squad Lead when you're ready, so that he can lift off. The moment they're aboard, lift off and fly in a holding pattern.
Right, all Alpha 2.
Okay.
Are you guys all in?
Alpha 2 all in.
All in. Alpha 2 all in.
Alpha 1 all in.
Alpha 1 all in.
Excellent. Always remember, when you are given a command, say aboard the helicopter, tell your superior when you have accomplished that command. It's called that tasking.
Where to, Governor?
Alright, go ahead and take off. I'll lay out a zone for you. I'll lay out an LZ for you pretty soon. Alright, Danny, check your map. You should see LZ Jarhead. Go ahead, approach it down that valley that I marked down. The intent is to assault your way over to the bounding drills. So the 2 fire teams will hit the deck. The chopper will then circle around overhead and provide fire support. You need to bound fire team by fire team through the hangars over to the bounding drills. This will include a run across a fair amount of open terrain. So set up your base of fire and maneuver element at that point. And then once you reach the bounding drills, each team gets into a separate corridor and makes your way down. Your goal is to have no more than 1 target up at any time, while maintaining the 2x2 bounding. The way you're going to achieve that is the helicopter is going to provide fire support.
Fuck yeah.
Any questions?
Alpha 2 to Alpha 1.
Yes, Alpha 1.
Mind if Alpha 2 covers north through west through south on landing, and Alpha 1 covers north through east through south.
Okay. Will do.
Right, Alpha 2.
You will have people shooting at you.
Get out. Go.
Can we absorb them and shoot back?
Yes.
Alpha 1, Alpha 2, chopper, and
Okay.
Alpha 2 copies. Alpha 1, are you set up at the house?
We are.
Talk to one another. Where are you taking fire from?
Took fire from the southeast.
Alpha 2 set up at the hangar. Covering westwards and southeastwards.
Contact east southeast on the left side of the building.
Okay. Alpha 2, Alpha 1 for Alpha 1. I guess we should head over towards that first hangar.
Alpha 1, where are you being shot from? Alright, Alpha 2 will proceed to the next hangar.
Dabble and Black Mamba, can you watch that east corner?
Copy that, right?
Neutron and I will watch.
Whoever's trail element, make sure you're looking around everywhere.
Alpha 2 to Alpha
There you
1.
go, good.
What's your movement now?
I don't know.
Better make up your mind.
I think we should move Alpha 1 to the what's it called? I'm bad at this, sorry. The air traffic control tower. Does that make sense?
Totally. Alpha 2 has eyes on some Humvees. Are we allowed to use them, Broad?
No.
Okay, Alpha 2 for Alpha 1
Good, good.
Yeah, guys, let's not front shot like that.
Alpha
Just so you know, that would have been
westwards.
absolutely murderous enfilade fire if you guys hadn't spotted me.
Helicopter recon, baby.
Alpha 1 is going to move towards the air traffic control tower.
Alpha 1, this is helicopter. The air traffic control tower looks pretty clear from here. Be careful.
Hi,
Sounds
let's
good.
move, man.
Okay, let's go.
Alpha 2 has eyes on the shooting ranges. No
Are we
enemies
moving to the
encountered yet.
control tower? Oh,
Yeah. Set up over there. Alpha 2, Alpha 1 is at the air traffic control tower and we're watching south.
Copy that, Alpha 1. Alpha 2 will proceed across to the rightmost firing lane.
Okay.
we need somebody to watch the northeast.
Okay. Thank you. Can you guys tell I'm very new at this?
Yeah, no problem.
There we go.
work, guys.
Who's that cutting across the runway?
That's friendlies.
Copy.
There you go. Nicely done.
I want a medic shot at it, and it's just a little bit. Looked like the helicopter was shooting them.
Into the firing lanes.
Alpha 2, how are you doing?
Guys, communicate with one another.
Okay, that wall's clear.
Okay.
To the...
Alpha 2 is
southwest.
set at the rightmost firing lane.
Okay. We are going to... And we're all dead. Whoops, whatever.
Contact, northwest.
Right.
Alright, Alpha 1 is...
being engaged.
Alpha 1 is down 3 people, technically. But we'll ignore that.
Okay. Alpha 2, Alpha 1 is going to start running across the airfield towards the very eastern gun range, shooting range.
Copy that, Alpha 1.
Contact northeast.
Okay, I got Dabo and Black Mamba. Start up.
Nice shooting,
Yeah, which
Alpha 2.
We're going towards the eastern shooting range, but I think Dabo and Black Mamba should go while Nitram and I watch their backs.
Southwest.
Okay, good to go on these two. Nitram, can you watch south? I'll watch north.
Alright, Alpha 2 to Alpha 1, be wary. There might be people to your northeastern corner.
Northeastern
north.
corner. Okay.
Yeah.
Nitram, you watch that northeastern corner. Helicopter, I think you're shooting at the
Alpha 2 to Alpha 1, we have contacts directly to our north by the Humvees. Helicopter, are you firing at Alpha 1 now?
Okay, Nitram, we're gonna run it over towards our friends over that little wall thing.
Let your squad lead know when you've reached the courses.
Okay,
What the hell?
now,
Citron, are you still up?
Yeah.
Black Mamba, keep going.
Which way are we going?
Mind, we're gonna land and pick you up.
Towards the shooting range to the south and west.
Alpha 1, are you heading to the bounding rails or to
Stand back in.
the...
Yes, we're heading there right now. We're just...
Okay.
Moving.
taking our sweet time.
Hey, don't mind if you do.
Oh, sorry.
Set.
From here we go.
Okay, he's just right below us.
Set.
Alpha 1 has reached, squad leader Alpha 1 is in the eastern shooting range.
Copy that, Alpha 1.
Okay, so let's take stock right here of how that went. Biggest thing is communicate more. Between your two fire teams, you need to talk to one another. Make sure that your movements are snappy from place to place. Make sure that you report any and all threats that you see immediately. Basically, communicate. That is probably the single biggest thing that we can work on in this particular case. Your movement, that was good. Your sector coverage could use a little more work. Just it's more awareness of where is everyone looking, where's everyone not looking, and therefore where should I be looking. ST HUD really helps with that. So if you don't have it, I recommend it. It's not a requirement, but it is just very helpful. And that simple act of situational awareness would have probably prevented most of the attacks that I was able to make on you guys. For example, that one point where both fire teams were lined up along the hangar and the chopper shot at me right as I was opening fire, that was good. You guys managed to see me and kill me before I could lay down absolutely terrible fire on you guys.
200 meters.
Conversely, there was the one point where one team was clustered around the control tower, but not watching their back. And so I would have been able to kill 3 of them and then maneuver on the 4th guy with that one attack. And the solution to all that is just simply communication. Talk to one another, make sure your teams are covering one another, make sure that you're watching everywhere that you need to. Alright, questions, comments about that particular part of the exercise?
Communication's kind of hard when you're not used to
Yes, it is.
It's kind of tricky when we have to figure out who is in charge of making sure where we're supposed to go.
It is, but...
when there isn't a squad lead kind of person.
Well, what happens when your squad leader bites it in the session?
Oh no, responsibility.
Alright. Fire teams form up in your respective firing lanes. Chopper, go ahead, get back in the air. As is our standard, we will split our fire teams into 2 elements of 2 and use them to bound your way down to the truck and sandbag wall and back to the flag. I want you to make sure that there are no more than 1 target up at any time. The chopper is to provide fire support for both teams in order to ensure that there is only 1 target up at any time. I'll be wandering around to basically just keep an eye on things and see how things are going. Don't shoot me, please.
Sorry, those were the right lanes, yeah?
The outside lanes they appear to be at.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess Richmond and I will be team to first team. Dabo and Black Mamba player will be second.
So, are there any questions before we start this?
What are we doing exactly?
Ah, okay. Well, what we have here is a brief synopsis. What we have here is 5 enemy contacts, well, 5 targets down at the end of the range, symbolizing enemy contacts. Obviously, enemies will not be lined up like that in the session, but this is basically just to show us how effective our suppressive fire is. Your job is to get your fire team down to the truck and the sandbag wall and back to the flag, all in one fluid motion, while there's no more than one target up at any time. That represents you suppressing the target. Normally we have the limit at 3 targets up at any time, because the way we do this is we split the fire teams into 2 two-man elements. Red team, blue team is what I use, but you can use whatever colors you want. And then the 2 elements, one element will move, and the second element will cover them as they move. In other words, shoot the targets and make sure that there's only 3 up at a time.
Okay.
Then, once the moving element gets to their position, they start covering instead, and the covering element switches over to the moving element.
Okay.
So that's the general gist of it, except this time you'll have fire support.
Okay, fire support from the helicopter, right?
Very fun. Alright. Both fire teams may begin when ready.
Okay, Neutron and I will shooting like a target, and then Dabo and Black Mamba will go when we start shooting at that. Do we just... Remember?
Just start shooting.
Go.
Designate one team to move forward and one team to stay here.
Yeah, go there. You know when you're there.
Once one team has made it to their position, have the other team start moving.
Let's go, Neutron.
Reloading.
Okay, we're there.
Moving. Dead.
Go.
Reloading.
Unknown 50 meters.
Reloading.
Okay, we're there.
Moving.
We're back.
Dead.
Okay, we're back. And
Moving.
loading.
Dead.
Okay.
Alpha 2 finish, ceasefire. Chopper, please ceasefire.
Chopper Alpha 1's done too, so this is fire.
How's that?
Alright, nicely done, guys. Just to determine something, gunners on the chopper. What's your ammo like?
Almost gone.
Yeah, about 200 rounds left.
Alright, go ahead, swap out for the other chopper, get new ammo.
Sweet.
While they're doing that, questions or comments from the fire teams?
I thought Alpha 1 was pretty good there.
Mm-hmm, that it was.
Yeah, guys. That's the best part.
Both teams did a very, very good job. Sorry, Dabo, go ahead. there's a really simple solution to that, which is every rifleman. So everyone who has a rifle rather than a saw, whenever you're moving, reload. Always hit your next piece of cover with a fresh magazine in your gun. A corollary to that, to prevent another thing that we need to work on a little bit, whenever you're passing someone, always pass behind them. Do not ever go in front of their gun. If you do, it's your fault if you get hit and killed by friendly fire. And it has happened many times, and it is always a riot. Danny, you show off.
I'm proud of that, okay? I'm proud.
And right you should be. Alright, so fire teams, go ahead and rearm if you haven't already. And let's do this one more time.
Make it super smooth.
Fire team leads, remember to, well, actually first, buddy team leads. So that'd be the AR and FTL usually. Oh, sorry. Standard way that we break down buddy teams in a fire team is we have the automatic rifleman and his ammo mule, or the assistant automatic rifleman. They are one team. And the FTL and the AT rifleman are another team. However, that is not standard operating procedure. You don't have to use that arrangement. It's just the one that is most common. So whoever is the buddy team lead, make sure you report to your fire team lead whenever you are set in position and ready to cover. Or tell them when you're moving.
Okay. How is this team been?
Alright, so is everyone ready to go ahead and do this one more time?
Hey, you can low. Cannot hear you.
Cue Daft Punk
sorry.
song.
What was the question?
Adjust now. I was just wondering, now that Neutron is this machine gunner, who's with him? He's got the ammo? Well, maybe you mean that. Okay.
Double shot.
Alright, Danny, it's your cue as to when things go off.
I guess we just do the same we just did. Okay, moving. Dead. Moving.
There.
Dead. Reloading. Moving. Yeah, moving. Dead. Moving. Moving. Dead. Moving. Reloading. Yeah, I guess that's it.
Alpha 1 is done.
Alright, nice job, Alpha 1. Alright, good job, guys. Very, very good job. Hey. Alright, about the only comment I can make there is fire team leads, make sure that your team movements are snappy. Whenever one team is in position, the other team should be moving immediately. And then when that team gets in position, the first team should move immediately. So part of that is just simply drilling yourself to always tell your superior when you have finished your tasking. Just always remember that. Always tell the next level up in the chain of command when you are done with your tasking. Or if you can't complete your tasking, in which case you will be visited soon thereafter by a party commissar with a Makarov.
Just a Makarov?
That's all we need for cowards. Those who cannot abide the party line, who claim that they have not been given the resources they need to complete the party's objectives. Alright. Danny, let's bring you into the airfield from, the northeast. Come in on the northeast, land on the main runway, and let's load up the troops.
Well, I think I can do that.
You can pretty much set the landing zone on the bounding drills, or just north of the bounding drills marker. So, Alphas 1 and 2 cluster around me. Well, not really cluster, but form a perimeter around me. Want Alpha 2 watching northwest. I want Alpha 1 watching southeast.
Right, everybody, watch north. Red team, watch north to the west. Blue team, watch north to the north.
Chopper's coming in a little too high.
I know.
Yeah. Other than that, good approach. Nice and easy.
It's been a very good day for my flying.
Alright, you're clear. Tail's clear. Go ahead and land. Alright, Alpha 1, get on board the chopper. Alpha 2, continue to cover. 2, take up 360 security at this point.
Yep, over.
Alright, 2, back to the chopper. 2 board, 2 board.
Carson, are you boarding?
Nope.
Alpha 1 is in the chopper.
Alpha 2 is in the chopper.
Alpha 1?
Alright.
Alpha 1
Yep,
is in
1
the
already
chopper.
reported. Go ahead, take off. I'll mark an LZ for you real soon. Okay, yeah, that'll be simple enough. Your LZ is Exercise Zulu. Exercise Zulu on the map, your LZ. Approach it from... the west. Just come right through that valley that I've marked out.
I see it.
There is an enemy inside these 3 buildings. Find him and capture him. In other words, stand next to him for a bit after shooting him.
If you
Shoot him.
If you're capturing him, why
No
are you
shit.
shooting him?
To disable him first.
Because you have non-lethal guns.
Yes, you have pew-pew guns.
Alright, Alpha 2, once we get out of the chopper, I want Hotel to form up on south side of the road by the bridges that appear to be there. Alpha 2 to Alpha 1.
Yes.
Once Alpha 2 lands, we want to move south to the covering positions directly south of the exercise Zulu marker.
Okay. We
Where do you
will.
He is outside,
Alpha
he's
one.
outside, running down the road.
Touchdown, touchdown.
Let your lead know when you're off.
Alpha 2 out.
Alpha 1 is hopefully out.
Alpha 1 is in.
Alpha 1 is out.
Oh, left from the houses.
Good, good.
Release your anger. Oh, in between the houses.
Alpha 2, you guys moving
Alright, let's move
ahead.
up, guys.
The advised gunners are going to put down suppressing fire on the houses.
Alpha 1 is moving towards the houses. Okay.
He is behind the house, he's behind the house.
Okay.
Okay, Alpha 2 to Alpha 1, we're covering from behind these rocks to
Okay.
the southwest.
Get that!
Alpha 1 is.
friendly fired.
Alpha 1, are you in one of the buildings?
We're in the northern,
Stop moving! You're dead!
most western
You're dead.
building.
Copy that, Alpha 1.
We have the target.
Copy that, Alpha 1.
Stop moving or I'll shoot you!
Squad lead, we have the target. Do you want us to... what's it called?
There you
Bring him
go.
back to the chopper.
Bring him back to the chopper.
Chopper landing.
Okay.
Move!
Alpha 1, proceed to chopper, Alpha 2 will cover you.
Alpha 1 is pursuing the chopper.
Come on, PKM dude, move!
Yeah, that's a chopper, dude.
Not that fast, not that fast, that's not good.
Democracy? Am I being liberated?
Exactly, buddy.
Close eye on him. Make him move faster.
Okay, move fast now. Move fast. Fast. Run to the chopper.
Alpha 1 is at the chopper.
Get in.
Okay, all board.
Liberated. You are being liberated.
With
God
bullets.
bless America.
Okay, I'm in.
Coming with us. Gitmo. Gitmo, is that some sort of Hollywood mansion? Here it is.
Alpha 1 is all in, yeah?
Alpha 2's all in.
Well, shucks howdy.
Alright, take us back to the airfield.
Carson, request permission to play the Top Gun theme.
By all means.
All your ears are now broken.
So set us down anywhere. Everyone unload, and then
I'll park up in a garage again.
Alright, go ahead, hop out, everyone. Alright, nicely done, guys. Very nicely done. So here was some of our basic infantry ops, just with an added chopper. With guns. So, if in the session you find yourself manding an element that is working with a chopper with guns, that's what it should feel like. If you are a CO with a chopper with guns, then that's some of the things you can do.
Flora, just a comment here.
Yes.
I think as far as how we were using the helicopter, I don't think it's very realistic. I mean, you wouldn't just have the whole helicopter hovering right on top of you. It would just get shot down very quickly.
Depending on the threats you have, you might or might not. But yeah, you'd probably do attack runs, but for simplicity's sake, I would prefer to do it just with it hovering right now, because that is the most stable firing platform. There was one Black Folk down where I was able to do that from 800 meters out, and we were able to provide good fire support with that arrangement. So it can work. It'll be up to the CO or whoever's commanding the chopper in order to determine whether they should stay stationary as a firing platform or perform slashing attacks, or they leave it up to the pilot. Any other questions, comments? Nope.
I think our pilot was very handsome.
Yes. Look at that chiseled jaw.
Manly ruggedness.
The sexy, sexy stubble.
Also hovering like a boss.
Yeah. Well, when you're just floating over, a LZ or somewhere you need to shoot with guns, you don't really need anything other than an auto hover. Also, I'm lazy. I want to be able to drink soda while flying. What of it?
Alright.
I'm really
Well,
proud
thank
of
you.
landing in the hangar, by the way.
That was pretty cool. Alright, thank you for showing up to the workshop, everyone. I hope you've learned something. If not, then I hope you will be visited soon by deadly
Okay,
spirits.
oh, there's smoke.